Type 1 diabetes. Whether you have it or not, this is an interesting bit of information in regards to gluten and type 1 diabetes. What researchers published in the Journal of Diabetes this May 2014 was it discovered that when animals, or I should say mice particularly, were on a gluten-free diet, they did not develop type 1 diabetes, as opposed to the control group of mice, which were on a typical gluten diet, whatever a typical gluten diet is for a mouse, did develop type 1 diabetes after 13 weeks. And this is what happened. This is what they discovered that being gluten-free did. They found out when you were gluten-free, it affected in a positive way the intestinal bacteria. And to read verbatim, the experiment showed that the diet changed the intestinal bacteria in both the mother and the pups, obviously being baby mice. Even through times of lactation, after they gave birth, they were basically breastfeeding. They suggest that the protective effect of a gluten-free diet can be ascribed to the certain intestinal bacteria. The advantage of the gluten-free diet is that it's safe and easy to do, i.e., except try to find gluten-free food. They also said they were not able to start large-scale trials yet in humans to see if this actually applies to humans because of obviously funding issues. But at least in the animal case, they discovered that going gluten-free did prevent the development of type 1 diabetes. The researchers also stated too that they discovered gluten-free is extremely beneficial to humans, which are currently diabetic. And this was done through the University of Copenhagen, where right now they have a large problem with diabetes, especially type 1 diabetes. So they're trying to find ways to alleviate this issue, just too expensive to treat. So if the diabetes is a concern with developing the diabetes, published in the Journal of Diabetes this May 2014, consider going the option of gluten-free. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Vilsack, co-author of Gluten-free is Easy. I'm gluten-free and I live it. A few years ago, I was asked by a friend of mine for some gluten-free advice. It happened before, and this time I thought, wow, I should really organize this stuff. So from this seed of thought, Gluten-free is Easy was born. It was inspired by you, friends new to the gluten-free diet, mothers trying to feed gluten-free children, and all those out there searching for a way to succeed. We welcome you. Our mission is to make gluten-free easy by giving you the recipes, tips, and resources that you need. We're more than just a cookbook. We help people live gluten-free. Now, let me introduce you to the book.
Gluten-free is Easy is a combination cookbook and how-to guidebook on living gluten-free. It brings together the talents of Christy Silbaugh, chef and author of Mom What's for Dinner on Blogspot, and editor and author Michelle Vilsack. Our goal is to bring delicious and easy gluten-free recipes to the masses while simultaneously providing tips and resources that will help the average American go gluten-free in a seamless transition. The book will feature great recipes by Christy, whose popular blog is read by thousands every day. We've edited and organized her best creations to provide readers easy access to all of her delicious recipes. Full-color photos give readers a taste of what to expect. Gluten-free is Easy also provides tips and resources perfect for any gluten-free eater. New gluten-free dieters will benefit from tips on what to eat and answers to commonly asked questions. The book will also feature a number of valuable resources, including our favorite products, websites for finding great recipes, gluten-free ingredients demystified, and more.
Thank you so much for your support. Soon, you too can say, I'm gluten-free and I live it.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and I'm a mother of two, one of which is gluten intolerant. I am so excited to share with you about gluten-free living and how we eat clean in our house. We have so many products that we have learned to love, so many products that Dalton loves, so many products that we just don't know what to do without now because we didn't know about them before. So I want to start sharing these with you as soon as possible, so keep on watching after today because I'm going to come out with all of the products that we love. First, there's the Lucky Charms bars, and I know that these are not gluten-free completely. They're made with oat flour, but for those of you who can tolerate oats, big, awesome thing right here. A drink is V8 Fusion. made out of all fruits and vegetables. Dalton loves it. It's tasty. I water it down for him because he's little. But he likes it. Sun-made raisins. Gotta love raisins. Then we've got Jell-O, just regular Jell-O. I think any flavor is gluten-free. It's just gelatin and flavoring. We've got Jell-O puddings. They're great. Fruit snacks. I don't know where we'd be without fruit snacks. So here's some fruit snacks that we eat. Welch's I know are gluten-free. Kellogg's I know are gluten-free. So they have the fun character ones like Phineas and Ferb and Mickey Mouse and Dora and Thomas the Train and yeah, all those fun characters. So fruit snacks. Yay, kids love fruit snacks. We've got the Lucy sugar cookies. These are awesome. Why is my camera all mirrored? Anyway, Lucy sugar cookies. They come in a box that looks like this. They're gluten-free. They are made with garbanzo. So those are good. These are processed in a facility of wheat. So for you celiacs out there that can't tolerate anything gluten-free, the Luna bars are out for you. But Dalton does okay with them. They don't actually contain wheat. They're just processed with wheat. So for now, we're doing okay with them. We got the crispy rice bars. These are gluten-free. They're organic. They're USDA certified organic, and they are a gluten-free product. Then we've got Chex. You know, there's so many flavors of Chex now. Chex original rice and corn Chex are fine. Their wheat Chex, but they now have labeled them gluten-free. They've come on into the gluten-free labeling for gluten intolerant and celiac individuals. So I strongly suggest Chex. You can make like Chex Mix, and they have all of these fun flavored Chex Mixes. So if you get things like Honey Nut or Apple Cinnamon, they're going to give you all kinds of fun things to make with them. So kids don't get bored. They think new things are just great. So then we've got the peanut butter chocolate chip cookies made by Pamela's product. They're wheat-free, gluten-free, and dairy casein-free. So we do those. Thanks for watching today, guys. We will catch you next time on our gluten-free living. Bye.
Hey guys, so today we're showing you how to make this really quick and easy treat for the kids. Obviously there's no sugar, no dairy, no gluten, and no soy. So it is the quickest one. You can use it as snack or dessert after your meal. What you'll need is frozen raspberries. You can use strawberries if you want. You can also, if you have fresh fruits, you can put it in the freezer for a few hours and use them when they're frozen. 2 cups. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. If you don't have some, you can use honey. And then half a cup of cocoa milk. I don't really measure it. I just put half of a can of coconut milk. So this is our own version of that frozen yogurt. However, I do add, for myself, I add some chia seeds. And right now the girls have a little cold, so I'm just adding some colloidal silver to just boost their immune system. So I'll show you how easy and quick it is. It takes just a few seconds. Put everything together in your blender. And let's do 2 tablespoons maple syrup. There we go. And I'm just going to put, this is pretty much half a can of cocoa milk. And let me just quickly add the chia seeds. I do 1 tablespoon, but you don't even have to do this. And I don't do this all the time, but just because right now The girls just started daycare and have a cold. So I'm just putting the silver in the smoothie or the yogurt. And there we go. And done. Serve it in a bowl. You can put it back in the freezer if you don't want to eat it all. And it's delicious and it's quick, easy, and so good for your kids. Thanks. See you soon.
Hey everyone, it's Scott again with YouGetRipped.com, and what I wanted to do real quick here is talk a little bit about ground beef. I know a lot of people want to know about, can I eat hamburg? Should I eat hamburg? Especially if I'm trying to lose weight, or even if you're trying to gain lean muscle. There's a lot of different options. I like turkey meat, ground turkey, but I do like a nice hamburger every once in a while too. So what I want to do is show you how you can have hamburg. And you can also do it healthy and also keep the sodium down, because that's another thing that you want to stay away from, is a lot of these seasonings have high sodium. So we want to do away with the high sodium. So let me show you what I mean. All right, so what we're looking at here is just some ground sirloin. Basically, I go to it's kind of like a mom and pop shop, and they don't put on there like 90% lean or anything, but ground sirloin is usually between 90 and 95% lean. If you just get ground round, that's going to be more like 80 or 85%. So I always spend a little bit more and get the ground sirloin. All right, ground sirloin. That's kind of like high-end steak. All right, you want to get that. And the other thing I want to point out here is the seasonings. All right, now Mrs. Dash, I absolutely love her, because I'm going to show you why. This over here, which I use this every now and then too, it's called Kickin' Chicken, and it's by Weber. And if you look at the back here, you're going to see that it's 65 milligrams of sodium, which isn't that bad. Normally, the other ones are usually like, 100 to, maybe even up to 250. It's really salty. But if you look at these here, they got a lemon pepper. She's got all different kinds. This is a lemon pepper. This is good for fish. And then this one here is a steak one. And they're both salt-free. There's no salt in it at all. So you can see right here, maybe you can. The sodium is 0. Everything is 0. So you can dump this stuff right on there and really season it up. So I definitely recommend Mrs. Dash, and I recommend ground sirloin for your beef if you're going to have it. And, limit it to, like 4 ounces. You don't want to go overboard. Even if you are gaining muscle or trying to gain muscle and you want to keep your protein up, I'd have another protein shake versus having another burger, because you are getting more fat in this. If you want to go and have another burger, you might want to go with a turkey burger. All right, so that's my take on beef. Should you eat it? Sure, you can have some. You just got to be smart about it, and you want to stay away from high sodium, and you want to stay with good old Mrs. Dash with the old 0 sodium, or find something like this over here. The Weber, which is Kickin' Chicken, or something like that. But you want to look at the sodium. Always look back at the sodium, and that's got about 65, so it's not too bad. But try to go with Mrs. Dash. All right, so that's it. That's gonna wrap it up. This is Scott with YouGetRipped.com.
Now you get ripped.